everything I do it A1, flawless. XG is celebrating their 2-year anniversary, and Overthinking K-pop is celebrating 2 episodes. Sounds like a good excuse to rank their entire discography, right? Let's do it. To the uninitiated, XG is a K-pop girl group comprised entirely of Japanese performers who sing almost entirely in English. Like I said in my What the Fuck is K-pop video, which I'll link below, K-pop is kind of difficult to define, but XG is based in Korea and perform on Korean music shows alongside other K-pop artists, meaning they absolutely qualify as K-pop despite any evidence to the contrary. I'm omitting remixes, but they're worth checking out too, including one in particular I'll mention later. Starting with number 11, Haesonu. This is honestly more like an honorable mention. It could be omitted from this track list entirely just to consider this a top 10 because this is just an ambient intro track. It barely counts as a song because there's no vocals, just samples. It was lumped in with XG in a B-side performance video released well after the album dropped. It reminds me so much of a less intense version of the song Vapor Transmission by Orgy, which was the intro to the album of the same name once upon a time when the average K-pop fan had yet to be born. Number 10, New Dance. See, this discography ranking is already a nightmare. I have to remind you, I like every single one of these songs. I skip 0 tracks in the This Is XG playlist on Spotify, including the remixes and Haesonu. That said, I hate disco with a fiery passion, so if I have to put a song at number 10, this one is the only obvious choice. However, they're sneaking disco into my diet about as effectively as I've seen anyone do it apart from maybe IVE during their Afterlike era. I'm faulting it because it has the most TikTokable of choreography, and I don't mean that in a good way this time, sorry. Chorus is mega simple by design, but I love how they always look like they're having fun during performances of this song. They don't do ending fairies with it, they all just jam off stage together as a group. Honestly, with this one being at number 10, it really tells you how strong their discography is. Number 9, Winter Without You. Again, I can't believe this one ended up all the way down at number 9, but that's how stiff the competition is. The harmonies on this one are chill-inducing, and they execute them flawlessly live. I really recommend checking out their It's Live episode and their YouTube shorts for ample evidence of their vocal chops. The only reason this one is so low is that I'm not a huge fan of ballads or Christmas music, pretty much as a rule, although this one is as well as either of those can be executed. Well, that and it makes me ugly cry thinking about my cat that passed away recently, so I guess I lied. I do actually skip one track on the XG discography sometimes, and it's this one because I don't have the emotional fortitude to handle listening to how sad it is anymore. Okay, so I changed my mind. Winter Without You, you are demoted to number 10. New Dance, congratulations, you've been promoted to number 9 for never making me sob hysterically. Speaking of which, next up we've got number 8, Mascara. This was their second single. It's a little lower on the list because it had to grow on me a bit. The pre-chorus is super peppy and it really gets you hyped up, but then the chorus is kind of forgettable and amelodic. It has a bit of a too many cooks in the kitchen vibe with the production where the segments don't really flow together naturally. There were only 6 different producers working on it, which sounds like a lot by Western standards, but isn't anywhere near the max by K-pop standards. It still feels disjointed to me though. I think I was also put off by the post-chorus initially. When they reworded the abject whine from the Leslie Gore original, which is "It's my party and I'll cry if I want to" "This my party, I can cry when I want to," the narrative shifts pretty significantly. It's also chanted in XG's version rather than sang, which makes it feel more like a pep talk someone is giving themselves before they have to run into an ex. Or maybe it's a threat. It's definitely not the same vibe. Either way, I didn't know how to take it initially, but now it's my favorite part of the song. Number 7, Left Right. This one has very chill Y2K R&B vibes. It's a B-side from Shooting Star, which also has kind of similar vibes. I could really hear TLC doing this one. Wish the rap was sung by left eye, left eye. I wish the rap was sung by left eye, left eye. And not just because of Left Eye, but she would absolutely have to be there because she would slay that rap. R.I.P. girl, gone too soon. This one is a little lower on the list because the lyrics are kind of repetitive and I think they have stronger songs in their discography, but it is a certified bop and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Number 6 is X-Gene. X-Gene would have been higher on this list if it was an entire track. It has so much promise but feels incomplete. I'm really glad that they did eventually make a performance MV with it, but I'd way rather have had a full-length version of X-Gene than what we got instead, which is a fully formed ambient intro and a half-finished banger. Despite this only being 50% of a song, the XG rap line and vocal line still managed to shine. For what it is, the rap is one of the best in the discography, and the harmony that Chisa, Juria, and Hinata do during the outro gives me chills every time. It's such a tease, though. I wish they'd given us more. Truly a casualty of the current trend in K-pop towards shorter and shorter songs. Number 5, Puppet Show. When the Puppet Show music video dropped, I was shocked, mostly because I had already assumed that New Dance was the title track, and likewise with TGIF. 3 pre-releases, though? I don't love the music video as much as the others off of New DNA, but it's still decent. It's very upbeat and catchy with coy lyrics and fun choreography. It's hard to find anything to dislike about the song itself, placing it firmly in the middle of the pack. I do have some questions about what on earth Harvey did to her stylist to deserve whatever they did to her in this MV, though. Number 4, Shooting Star. Now this one is something I could have heard Aaliyah singing, another star gone far too soon. She would have done a really cute version of this track that would have been a bit shyer, and they'd probably call it Lavish, not Shooting Star. Also, I guarantee that the music video concept would have been wildly different, like hilariously so. The degree to which I cannot envision Aaliyah choosing the Great Value Rainbow Bright on Acid concept for a video is actually comical. Timbaland would put his foot down and be like, girl, no, I can't be a part of this. I got a reputation to keep up, not mean. Seriously though, it's such a good song. The Jacobs remix with 2 X's is my favorite XG remix. Simon Jacobs is actually the CEO of their label, XGAL X. He was also one of the writers and composers on the original song. I love how he somehow manages to turn the chorus into a pre-chorus so smoothly. I could totally hear Closey dropping this one during his set. I have to assume that it was made with pieces that were left on the floor during the original production. I almost like it more than the original, but not quite because the vocals don't take center stage on the remix quite like they do on the original. And also, it's missing the everything I do it A1, flawless, which is just like so good. Number 3 is Tippy Toes. I bet this one's a surprise if you recognized it from my channel intro. I put it down at number 3 largely because it's another song I wasn't sold on the first time I heard it, likely because it has pretty minimalist production overall and a hard anti-drop chorus. I almost never like anti-drops the first time I hear them because they fundamentally subvert expectations and thus yield initial disappointment if I'm not anticipating them. Once I know that they're coming, though, they grow on me quickly, and this one is no exception. That beatbox, though, it's so addictive. My husband doesn't even like K-pop, but I'll still catch him whispering it to himself every now and then. I put a lot of thought into what song I'd use as my intro, and I regret nothing. Number 2 is Girl Gang. The sole reason that Girl Gang isn't number 1 on this list is that they made an absolutely breathtaking music video for only the first half of it, and I am still salty about it. When it first came out, my only assumption is that their label XGAL X ran out of money and didn't have enough to spend on a proper pre-release. What I did not realize at the time is that Girl Gang was one of 3 pre-releases for New DNA. Knowing all of that now, I guarantee the reason it's only half of a music video is that they ran out of money. It could have been one of the best music videos ever created, but dropping verse 2 from the music video was a crime punishable by death in some jurisdictions. I don't know, man, K-pop stans are crazy. I wouldn't put anything past them. Fortunately, I am willing to forgive it because Girl Gang is an absolute banger. 10 out of 10 track. Really could have been a 10 out of 10 music video too if they'd have stuck the landing, but they're stuck at number 2 as a result. And of course that means that number 1 is TGIF.
Sheesh. Then got them fly.
The video is pure chaos and I love everything about it. 7 out of 7 members of XG Rap. Maya has this, I'm so Tahiti, hot and breezy, off the heezy on the IGYTTT, that just is so good, so good. And with the little clap in the music video, everything about it is perfect. In his reaction video, which I'll link below, Jordan Orm mentioned the crazy arm clapping in the background during the jump scare that is the beginning of the song, and I will never unsee it. It cracks me up every single time. I legit do it in person when it comes on and no one is around. I'm certain that a lot of Gen Z/Gen Alpha kids don't remember when TGIF was the hottest thing on TV on Friday night during the late 90s, but I had a delightful Sabrina the Teenage Witch flashback. That is a low-key Y2K reference for sure. Fits with the concept and the current trend at least. This is the only XG song to make it onto my K-pop playlist, my workout playlist, and my It Is Illegal to Be Sad playlist. I think Kai's Rover is the only other song bearing this distinction. That does it. I will definitely link all of the songs I discussed today down below for you to check out so that you can stan XG too. I'd love to hear what your favorite XG song is or any suggestions for artists whose discographies you'd like me to rank in the future, so drop those in the comments below. Be sure to smash the like and subscribe buttons to help support the channel, and have a happy XG day. Thanks for watching. Don't be toxic, and I'll catch you next time.